Hare Krishna. Take the blessings of all the assembled devotees. Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami, one of the greatest Vaishnavas in the history of Gaudiya Vaishnavism, he says in one beautiful verse, Jaya Jaya Shrotagana. Jaya Jaya Shrotagana means all glories to the listeners, not the Vaktagan. Tan Sabara Pada Renu Mora Mastak Bhushan. The dust of all the is decoration for my head. So anybody who wants to speak in proper consciousness, he should meditate on this verse. Let me take the dust of all the assembled devotees. The dust of the Vaishnavas is our decoration. So within the core of the heart, I take the dust of Sri Guru, Sri Prabhupada and all the devotees. The mercy of the Vaishnava is our only hope. Chadiya Vaishnava Seva Nistara Paiche Keva. Without the mercy and blessings of the Vaishnavas, we can do nothing. Yesterday, His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj gave such an amazing lecture. How many of you were there yesterday? Almost more than 2 hours. It was a historical lecture covering entire Ramayana in 2 hours. We can have a small booklet, Ramayana, Express Ramayana. Beginning from Balkand till Ayudhkand, everything. And so, it's called a truth. Kaviraj Goswami describes eloquence. What is eloquence is truth spoken concisely. That is called eloquence. So Maharaj spoke the entire 24,000 verse in maybe about 150 minutes. Amazing. I was just meditating deeply on this while taking rest in the night. A pure devotee is empowered by the Lord. When a devotee is surrendered to Guru and Krishna, to the previous acharyas, then Krishna empowers him. That's what today's verse also, Prabhupada is explaining the purport. The Lord is within the heart and He gives the intelligence. This is from the 10th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam pritipurvak dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti. Anybody who serves me with devotion, I give the intelligence by how he can come or how he can preach. Srila Prabhupada, when he was on the Jaladuta, when he reached America, he wrote the beautiful poem, Bodo Kripa Kainu Krishna. And he was feeling himself completely helpless. He says, I do not know why you brought me here. This is Rajo Tamo Gun. This is filled with the mode of ignorance and passion. Then in India, it's very easy. You can go down to the street and tell anybody, chant Hare Krishna. Sometimes we go to the car and we stop in the petrol pump, we say chant Hare Krishna, and most of them chant. But in America, if you do like this, I do not know what will be the reaction. I stayed in America for 2-3 years. So, because at that time I was a student, I was not an active preacher. But the general impression is not so good. At least at that time, they consider devotees wearing dhotis to wearing bed sheets. So they don't take it seriously. In India, at least people have some basic respect. And Prabhupada is going to this new country, first time in his life traveling, and he's just saying, Krishna, please give me words which will change the audience. Actually, whenever we speak, it is not us which can do anything. The Paramatma in the heart. Paramatma in your heart makes you speak. The Paramatma in the heart makes him understand. And the Paramatma directs him back to the Paramatma. It is. And ultimately, everything is done by Paramatma. Foolishly, we think I am the doer. But Krishna is within the heart. If Krishna doesn't give strength to speak, what can we speak? We cannot even breathe. We cannot even move the eyelids. Even if you're feeling sleepy now, if Krishna doesn't give the power, you may just close your lids and go to Samadhi, and get up after 1 hour. So Krishna is awakening you. Krishna is giving everything. So Maharaj was so deeply analyzing every character of the Ramayana. I thought before I begin the class, or actually this can be the class also, chewing the remnants. Like When a devotee, like what is Maha Prasad? When a Lord is offered some prasad, bhoga, that which comes out from after offering is called Mahaprasad. And that same Mahaprasad, when it's given to a pure devotee, it becomes Mahaprasad. You can chew that. So the Mahaprasad is the remnant of a pure devotee. There are two kinds of Mahaprasad. One is edible, which we eat, and that is audible. So the words of the great souls, that is also Mahaprasad. And there is no competition, because edible prasad is very limited. And you have to be in good terms with the personal servant and get some Mahaprasad. But the words of great devotees like Prabhupada and their disciples, this actually is their mercy. Sometimes devotees ask Sadhu and Guru, please give me your mercy. So actually the words of the spiritual master are mercy. And by meditating on what is spoken, we get that mercy. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam. Shravanam means hear, Kirtanam means repeating, and Smaranam means remembering. Or also Manan. Sanskrit, the word is there, Manan, means meditating. The lives of the characters of Ramayana, Mother Sita, she was so willing to go to the forest, loyal to Lord Ramchandra. In all cases, in fact later, some parts which Maharaj did not cover because of time, how Mother Sita was tested. Even after the entire battle is over, still Lord Ram is testing. To go back a little bit, when Sita was near the area of Nashik, before Ravan came to kidnap Sita, Lord Ramchandra asked Agnidev to take care of Mother Sita. This is mentioned in the Kurma Puran. So, and Agni in turn gave Maya Sita. Now this Maya Sita was Vedavati in her previous life. Vedavati was a great devotee, and she decided in her youth that she did not want to marry, and she went to do tapasya in the forest. And Ravan, being very lusty, uncontrolled, not satisfied with hundreds of wives, he tried to seduce her. So she warned Ravan not to come close. And Ravan tried to grab her by the hair. But by her power, she separated her hair from her body. So all Ravan had was a bunch of hair. Yeah. But again, she was still upset. She said, you have polluted me by trying to touch me. This body is now polluted. I will give up this body, and the next life, I will be the cause of your death. So this Vedavati, she became Maya Sita. It's mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita also. So, when Sita was in the custody of Agnidev, it was Maya Sita who was going through all these difficulties. The Lord arranged all these pastimes just to experience love in separation. Srila Prabhupada explains in the purport of the 9th canto that when Lord Ramchandra is searching for Sita along with Lakshman, Prabhupada writes a beautiful purport where he explains the two reasons. First is that Lord Ramchandra wanted to show how a person attached to his wife has to suffer a lot. And second reason, the more deeper reason is Lord Ramchandra wanted to experience Vipralamba. There are two aspects, Sambhoga and Vipralamba. Sambhoga is meeting and Vipralamba is separation. And after separation, meeting becomes more joyful. Just like after fasting, prasad becomes more joyful. Especially after, yesterday was just half-day fast. Lord Ram very merciful. Lord Chaitanya till evening. Lord Krishna is really testing till midnight. And the main test is Nirjala Ekadashi. Soon about to come in 1 or 2 months. I remember once in the Nirjala Ekadashi, I was in Vrindavan. So after the Nirjala, the next day, the fast breaking time was announced. It was 5:25 a.m. In Mumbai, it was 5:40. So I went to Vrindavan to save some time, because fast should be broken fast. So I was in Vrindavan and they made an announcement that 5:25 fast is breaking. The announcement was made at 5 o'clock, so just 25 minutes. And each moment was like 12 years or more because of separation. And then we were told that here there is some Mahaprasad, here there is some good water and whatever devotees want. And after we were in a hall for a senior devotee, they have kept in a room all the arrangements. So we were chanting, and after every beat, we were just looking at the watch and looking at the prasad, It became 5:24, and then it was 5:24, and the seconds was going like this till 6. When it was at 9, I took a glass of water, and then suddenly somebody said, Prabhuji, this watch is 5 minutes fast, So then, of course, I took later. I was just telling this incident that how when we are longing for something, then that longing, after you receive it, you feel more happy. Krishna arranges sometimes separation, and after separation there is meeting. In Vrindavan, Krishna actually never left Vrindavan. Krishna, Vrindavanam Paritejam. He is always in Vrindavan. But we understand from the acharyas that how there is a feeling of separation. Krishna appears to leave. The gopis are crying. They are in separation. The love in separation is the pinnacle of all ecstasies. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stayed in Jagannath Puri for that reason. Srila Gaur Govinda Maharaj, one of the great disciples of Prabhupada, when he was in his last days, nobody knew it would be the last day, but he was in Mayapur in 1996, the appearance day of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur, and it was almost like late in the evening, and one devotee, 2-3 devotees approached Maharaj and asked this question: why did Lord Chaitanya spend so much time in Jagannath Puri? And Srila Gaur Govinda Maharaj was so much in ecstasy to speak, because he was in the midst of the meetings. When you are in the meetings, you don't have time for Krishna Katha. And like for a great soul, fasting from Katha is more difficult than fasting from water. You cannot stay without speaking. Bhaktivedanta Thakur says that a Vaishnava always likes to speak about Krishna. If you are going to speak nonsense, then better to tie a cloth around the mouth. But for a Vaishnava, we should go on speaking and go on chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Srila Gaur Govinda Maharaj spoke extensively. And then, of course, suddenly he felt some bodily ailment, and then he said, you just lie down. After a few minutes, he just got up and said, Kirtan, chant, and then he left. So he was explaining in detail how the love of separation is experienced by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Jagannath Puri is itself a Vipralamba Kshetra. That is why Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spent so much time in Jagannath Puri. So here we find the Lord Ramchandra is also experiencing this Vipralamba. And our Acharya Gaur Kishore Babaji Maharaj, Namo Gaur Kishoraya, Sakshad Vairagyamut, Vipralamba Rasambodhe, Padam Bhujayate Namo. He was experiencing Vipralamba. Our Acharyas like Srinivas Acharya writes about the 6 Goswamis. They never claimed to be with Krishna. They never said that, I saw Krishna near Fogla Ashram or in a lassi shop somewhere. They were, He Radhe Vraja Devi Kesha Lalite. Where is Radha? Where is Krishna? At the bank of the Radha Kund or Govardhan. That this feelings of separation, what Lord Ramchandra has experienced. And then after, we know this story after yesterday, so Maharaj narrated so beautifully that how the entire monkey soldiers, they were so enthusiastically building the bridge. This practically Maharaj covered the entire thing. Just 1 or 2 things just to serve Maharaj. When Lord Ramchandra got the news about Mother Sita, he first tried to get way through the ocean. He fasted for 3 days on the bank of the ocean. And then the ocean did not give way. And Lord Ramchandra became so angry. He said, Lakshman, there's no point to be humble here. And he was so angry that the entire ocean was boiling. Sometimes we become angry, that we do not get the prasad of our choice. Or when devotees are giving a lecture, devotees come late, But not even a glass of water is boiling, See how much is the anger of the Lord. The entire ocean is, all the reptiles, the crocodiles, they're about to be burned. And Samudradev himself comes and begs forgiveness. And then he advises the Lord that you can build a bridge. Maybe you know how the monkeys, they build bridge. It was 80 miles by 800 miles. That's the size of the bridge. We find that here also actually Lord Ramchandra could empower one monkey to build the bridge also. But our movement is Sankirtan, to do things together. Like Prabhupada writes in the purport, that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he said, I am a gardener. I am carrying the fruits of love of God. And alone, how much can I distribute? Please come and help me. Help me to distribute these fruits of love of God. The fruit of chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. The Prabhupada writes in the purport that this Krishna conscious movement has to be done by collective preaching. It's not like a one-man show. Everybody coming together collectively to serve Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In one sense, all the monkeys, they build the bridge to cross the ocean. The Srila Prabhupada, by his divine guidance, our society is building a bridge from the material world to the spiritual world. With the foundation of Trinadapi Sunichena, Tarorapi Sahishnena, Amanena Manadena, Kirtinis. We should recite this verse at least 10 times a day, if not 100, if not 1,000. Prabhupada, Kaviraj Goswami says, you should put it around your neck like a kanthi mala. How close we are to Krishna is dependent on how much we are in the mood of this Trinadapi Sunichena. This cannot be overemphasized. Whatever emphasis we are putting is little. At every moment, we should be begging Krishna, please give me this qualification. Because our entire, practically 99% of our progress is dependent on chanting Hare Krishna. And the quality of chanting is dependent on Trinadapi Sunichena. So, a devotee, before beginning chanting, should pray to the spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada. Please give me this qualification. It's not easy to chant by our own strength. Bhakti Vinod Thakur says, Ekaki amar nahi paya bal harinama sankirtane tumi kripa kori shraddha bindu diya deho Krishna nama dhane. He's praying to the spiritual master, to all the previous acharyas, that alone I do not have the strength to chant. Only your kripa bindu. You give me shraddha, it's faith in the power and mercy of the holy name. By that faith one can chant with feeling and devotion. Mechanical chanting will take long time if at all you achieve perfection. But if you chant from the heart, like Radhanath Swami Maharaj so beautifully explained this verse, Sakri Deva Prapanno Tavasmiti Yachate. You should chant in the mood which Lord Ramchandra is saying, that if one wholeheartedly says once, oh my dear Lord Ram, you can say, oh Gopinath, please say, I am yours. If one says even once with feeling, the Lord is promising that I will never relinquish him. What to speak if you say in front of the deities. So while chanting, every mantra should be a prayer to please accept me. I am a small child, I am a helpless. Sometimes the child may pass stool and urine and the mother will clean up the child and not reject the child. Similarly, Guru and Krishna, they are our parents. And we have so much anarthas which are like the stool and the urine coming out of the child. The spiritual master never rejects the disciple. There's one story in Prabhupada Leela Amrita that one devotee did something wrong and then they asked Prabhupada. And Prabhupada told, no, you cannot reject him. That you do not know the limit of Lord Nityananda Prabhu's mercy. So fortunate we are to be connected to Srila Prabhupada through the present Acharyas. That shelter of Lord Nityananda and Lord Chaitanya coming through the mercy of the Srila Prabhupada and the six Goswamis, that is our only means to chant Hare Krishna. Why we are not able to chant Hare Krishna properly? Because we are not taking shelter of the spiritual master. Chanting is not just repeating some word. Chanting is not just finishing some job. Most of us, I'm talking about myself, not most, but most of the time I'm simply counting. Like today I had to give class, I had to finish, and before that prepare something such that let me finish by 7:30. So I'm counting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. But real chanting means the crying of the soul. Once His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj took a handful of devotees to Bangladesh Yatra. This was in 2004. At that time, Bangladesh was a good place to visit. And now if you go, we don't know. Hare Krishna. Krishna, we all know. So Radhanath Maharaj, Indradyumna Maharaj, and some of our leaders from the temple here, Radha Gopinath temple and Pune. I was actually not on the list but somehow Maharaj gave me entry from the back door. Front door is for qualified, back door is for unqualified. Better to try the back door for a person like me. Prabhupada told once like that. Once Prabhupada said, unless you are 10% Krishna consciousness, you cannot go back to Godhead. And devotees were disappointed. And then Prabhupada said, 75% or something like that. And the last he said, all right, 75% or 50% something he said, come from the back door and come inside. Come by my mercy. So most of us are back door entries. We are not qualified. So Maharaj took us on the yatra and he gave a very beautiful, the first place we went was Benapole. If you get time, please try to listen to this lecture. It is in ISKCON Desire Tree. If you type Benapole lecture, Bangladesh Yatra, the 7 lectures and first lecture which he gave in Benapole, the place where the prostitute came to test Haridas Thakur. The Maharaj spoke for about 47 minutes. First 25 minutes is the story of the prostitute, how she came to attract Haridas Thakur, and how in 1 day, 2 days, she transformed. She became a disciple. She started chanting 192 rounds, the power of association. Most of our centers, we encourage devotees to come, they take free prasad for 6 months and then chant 1 round. But because it depends on the preacher's potency also. Sometimes we see in Lord Chaitanya's Leela, some devotees, they're not even giving any lectures, but just by their glancing, they are making everybody pure devotee. Hare Krishna, so much power. We cannot imitate. But yes, it's Prabhupada writes. There was a very, very great, powerful Haridas Thakur. Just by he didn't tell the prostitute to start chanting. On her own, she became a devotee. So, to the degree we are pure and absorbed in holy name, to that degree our preaching will have effect. In one very nice clipping of Radhanath Maharaj, Maharaj explaining that if you are a very good preacher, expert preacher, but if you are not developing yourself the taste for the holy name, then you are not yet successful. But if somebody is a little less in preaching or less organized or qualified, but if he is hankering for the holy name, we may not have taste. Very few of us have taste. But that hankering, that longing, that yearning should be there. So actually, this audio lecture is there, and just a few months back, some devotee took out from a remote place a video of, at that time there were no mobiles. 2004, mobile had not incarnated in this material world. So some devotee had made a video, and I got a clipping and I modified it. Some of those of you like, I can share it with you. The video of that lecture, 47 minutes. And there His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj is emphasizing that without Naam Ruchi, our life is wasted. I may be a brahmachari for last 30, 40 years, maybe a sannyasi with a danda and GBC, temple president. Everybody may bow down to you. But unless you yourself have developed that taste, that nam ruchi, then life is wasted. Shramaya Bhikeva. Of course, it may not happen in one day or 1 year or even one life, but at least that hankering should be there. Like Bible said, seek and ye shall find. Ask and ye shall receive. So you have to seek. When Maharaj was explaining in that beautiful lecture, the last 10-15 minutes are very pertinent. He says, one must beg for mercy, plead for mercy, yearn for mercy, cry for mercy, and willing to do anything and everything to get the mercy of the holy name. The holy name advents in the heart of the devotee according to the sincerity. Like today's purport, the last line is, one merely has to become sincere in purpose and the Lord is there. Like Radhanath Maharaj says, to be sincere, serious and without ulterior motives. Sincerity, seriousness. While chanting, one should be in that mood. That without the mercy of the Lord, my life is wasted. Like the great Narottam Das Thakur prays, Hari Hari Bifale Janama Gonai Manushya Janama Paya Radha Krishna Na Bhajiya Janiya Shuniya Vishakhainu. That having attained this human form of life, I have not developed taste. I have not served Radha and Krishna. And it's like I have knowingly drunk poison. So, of course, what I'm speaking is just a small part and obviously with defects. But if you hear from Maharaj directly, then you will greatly benefit. Srila Gaur Govind Maharaj also would emphasize. He would say, you must cry for Krishna Baba. You speak in a very, you understand my language? He would say in very pushing style. Unless you cry, you will not get Krishna. Tears are the price for getting love for Krishna. Not artificial tears, but tears of genuine humility, gratitude, with a sincere service attitude. Krishna will reveal. Krishna can give you perfection in one moment. Once Prabhupada was in California and devotee asked how much time it takes to become to the perfectional stage. And Prabhupada said, 1 moment. Just once chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. And then after some time Prabhupada said, to come to that one pure chanting takes many lifetimes. So it depends on mercy. Mercy cannot be calculated. It's not like, Prabhuji, my dear Lord, I've been brahmachari for 20 years and actually 25. And so by the rules and regulations, you should give mercy. Signed your so-and-so. Krishna said, get lost. My Lord, this devotee has come after me. He is getting mercy. So Lord said, who is the one who makes the rules? I am the Lord. I can change the rules. Mercy is causeless. Causeless means there is no cause, there is no logic. Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda, they gave mercy to that Mataji who was bringing water, Dukhi. Actually, Advaita and others were doing the Abhishek. They got mercy later on. It's not first in, first out. It is not last in, first out. It's a random logic. It's not even random. It is mercy logic. Lord said, what is your name? He said, my name is Dukhi. Very strange, eh? Dukhi Devi Dasi, DDT. A name which nobody would want. And Lord said, I don't like this name. You are Sukhi. Somehow we must attract Lord Chaitanya's attention. How can attract? Somehow. By doing some service. Maybe somebody is watering the pot may get more mercy than one who is cooking Rajbhog for the Lord. It doesn't mean that one who is cooking Rajbhog will not get mercy. But we don't know. It depends on humility. Humility is the password to progress in spiritual life. That's why this Trinadapi Sunichen. If you do not have this quality, then it's very difficult to make advancement. Prabhupada writes, unless one is meek and humble, he cannot make advancement. Lord Jesus Christ says, only the humble and the meek shall inherit the kingdom of God, which is within you. It's within us. Lord is within us. The entire Vrindavan Dham is within us. It's just a matter of becoming humble. That's why His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj emphasizes this verse so much. Trinadapi Suniche, Trinadapi. You could just give the whole lecture speaking this verse, because it is the heart of all Vaishnav's spiritual advancement. So coming back to the story, when the entire bridge was built, during that time Hanuman was putting big boulders, and squirrel was just Hanumanji was thinking about this. I can put a whole boulder, and this squirrel, Prabhuji or Mataji, I don't, it will probably take 100 years to do. Get out of the way. Lord Ram said, no. Your service is as dear as the squirrels. In marathon, some people go 10 Chaitanya Charitamrita sets, 10 Bhagavatam sets, 100 BTG magazines. And somebody is just standing on the railway station distributing one book in the whole day. Earlier, that was my seva when I used to stay in Radha Gopinath. We used to go to stations and distribute. Then we used to go to VT station. And then we saw trains going to Pune. We'd go till Karjat and come back. Then finally the Lord sent me to Pune. So I got shifted to Pune. So it's a challenge to distribute books in the train. And sometimes in the whole journey you may get only one book. And sometimes you're just putting a straw and somebody says, I want 100 books. The Lord is pleased not with the results, but with the attitude. So, and Maharaj explained so nicely how the one thing, just before the battle was about to begin, two parties were assembled. Sugriva, he saw the army on the other side. He just jumped up in the sky and went to Ravan and slapped him on the face. And immediately they tried to attack, and he jumped back to the pavilion like kabaddi, kabaddi, kabaddi. The Lord Ram said, Sugriva, why did you do like this? You are our commander. He said, no, I just felt I should slap him a little bit. This was like appetizer before the main meal, They slapped him on the face. And then one beautiful incident which probably was covered yesterday, I do not know, how Ram and Lakshman both were bitten by snakes, and they were just down in the ground. And then Garuda came in. Garuda, right? Garuda came in. He ate all the snakes. He got nice Mahaprasad, Once, by his own desire, Lakshman was wounded by Indrajit Shakti. And he was lying on the ground. And then somebody just remembered Sushena, the medicine. He should go and get this Sanjeevani Bhuti. Hanumanji went to get, and he saw on the forest and the mountain, he could not locate the drug, the medicine. So he brought the whole mountain. If you don't find the medicine, just bring the whole shop here, The Hanuman shows us how to do extra service. And I suppose somebody says, please go and get the book. The door is locked. I will say, Prabhuji, the door is locked. Sorry. But if you have to go to Prasadam hall, the door is locked, we will get the key. Because Nitya Prem, natural Prem. So Hanumanji is showing that we should not deter from service. Try to do more if possible, not less. And Maharaj explained so nicely about Jatayu. Jatayu could have just said that I know I'm not going to win, so why waste time? Let me live a little longer. It's my duty. I promised I'll try to protect Mother Sita. And he risked his life and eventually he died. Sometimes people ask this question, why did Jatayu die? Why did Abhimanyu die? Why did the Lord not give them protection? Okay, this is the way of the Lord glorifying his devotee. If every time a devotee fights, he is protected, then everybody will be eager for the fight because we know we are not going to die. But a devotee is one who is willing to risk, and sometimes he may give up his body also. Actually, every character, like Radhanath Maharaj so beautifully explained, is filled with so many qualities. And in the end, after the battle, Lakshman, Lord Ramchandra told Lakshman that he should perform a test, Agni Pariksha. Very embarrassing for Lakshman. First he was told, you stay here and watch, I'm going to kill the deer. And then Sita said, no, you go. And then Lord Ram said, why did you leave Sita? And here now Lord is asking him to perform the pariksha. And later on, he will ask him to drop Mother Sita to Valmiki's ashram. So Lakshman said, too much. It's not good to be younger brother. I want to become elder brother. So in the next avatar, I'll become Balaram. The elder brother means, younger brother means you have to obey. Elder brother means you can obey or disobey. So both options are there. So when the Agni Pariksha was performed, Agni Dev personally appeared and brought out Mother Sita. This painting is there in Chaitanya Charitamrita. And then Sita Devi was so moved. She said, this Maya Sita, she has suffered so much for me. I think she should be accepted as as your wife, co-wife. But Lord Ram said, no. In this avatar, Ek Patni Vrat, single Vrat. But in my another Leela at Balaji, I will accept. So this Maya Sita, she became Padmavati. And we know the story of how Balaji got married to Padmavati. He had to also take a loan to get married, Hare Krishna. And he's still repaying the loan. So, there's another story in Chaitanya Charitamrita, that when Lord Chaitanya came to Madurai, he came to the house of a Brahmin. He was the devotee of Lord Ram. And then Lord Chaitanya, he said, please come for prasad. Lord Ram came at 12 o'clock, around noon time. Said, prasad is not ready. Oh, Lakshman has gone to get the vegetables. Then Sita will cook, and then I will serve you. The Lord Chaitanya understood. He's a very hi-fi devotee, very advanced. So Lord Chaitanya waited, and then he got prasad at 3 o'clock. Can you imagine? Like you're getting lunch at 1 is okay, at 12 o'clock, 1 or 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Most devotees may go somewhere else. Go to Govindas or. Many people, they come to Govindas without seeing Govinda also. So anyway, different levels. The Lord Chaitanya then said, you also take prasad. No, I cannot take. My heart is aggrieved because that Dushta Rakshas, he stole Mother Sita. I cannot even imagine. Lord Ram said, actually Sita was not stolen. It was Maya Sita. He said, no, but I will not. Please take. So he took little prasad, but he was not happy. Lord Chaitanya left Madurai and went to Rameshwaram. In Rameshwar, he thought there was a katha going on. And some Brahmanas were reading from Kurma Puran. In the Kurma Puran, there's a narration of how actually Mother Sita was in the custody of Agni Dev. It was Maya Sita was kidnapped. Lord Chaitanya was so happy because he wanted to remove the distress of his devotee. Like Radhanath was explaining, great souls, they are not worried about their own distress. And Lord is so much worried about others' distress. Like Prabhupada explains in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Lord Chaitanya asking to Haridas, how will the Yavans be delivered? Yavan means one doesn't follow. That means all Iran, US, all one party. And basically all of this fight is because of the reaction of cow slaughter. We can understand. But Lord Chaitanya is worried about them also. So Lord Ramchandra is worried about everybody. Sorry, what was I saying? That story of Agni, Kurma Puran. Lord Chaitanya was worried about that Brahman. So he made a copy of that Kurma Puran. And if he takes the copy, he may think that this is not original. So he brought the original to the Brahman. And he kept the copy there. And he showed it to the Brahman. And he was so happy. He said, please come for prasad, sharp at noon. So I think I'll just little bit about one great devotee of Lord Chaitanya is Murari Gupta. It's connected to Ramayana. Because Murari Gupta is incarnation of Hanuman. And Murari Gupta is also known for his humility. Sometimes people may think Hanuman is doing great souls, so he is not humble. But that's not true. One can do great service and still remain Trinadapi Sunichan. And one may do little service and still become very proud. It's not that we should not do big service, but whatever we do, we should do in the mood of servant. So there's a very nice Murari Gupta. Prabhupada writes, Shri Murari Gupta Sakha Premera Bhandar. This is in Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Lila, the description of Lord Chaitanya's tree. It describes all the different branches of the tree are the different devotees. Like Haridas Thakur is one branch, Advaita Chaitanya another branch, Rupa Goswami another branch. So Murari Gupta It is said here, Prabhura Hridaya Drave Shuni Dainya Jar. Translation. Murari Gupta was the 21st branch with a storehouse of love of God. His great humility and meekness melted the heart of Lord Chaitanya. Sometimes in Puri, Murari Gupta would offer obeisances from a great distance. Lord Chaitanya would call, Murari, come take prasad with me. He said, no, I have some important engagement. He did not feel qualified. Suppose you are called by a spiritual master or some very great devotee, take prasad. Very good, very happy, you'll get all the items full. But Murari Gupta felt, no, I am not qualified. And then Prabhupada writes here, Murari Gupta actually originally was born in Srihatta, which is from Bangladesh. And he was a Vaidya. He was an Ayurvedic doctor. And he came later to Navadvip. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he showed Murari Gupta the form of Ramchandra. In the Mahaprakashita yesterday, Maharaj said, Lord Chaitanya called Murari Gupta, Murari, look at my form. And, and there he saw Sita, Ram, Lakshman. And the monkeys were jumping up and crying, Jai Shri Ram. This is Maharashtra, so we can speak louder. Jai Shri Ram. It's interesting that this year's Yatra is also in Ayodhya. So and they were all chanting Jai Ram, and then he saw himself, he had a tail. Can you imagine if you get up with a tail? Hare Krishna. And the Lord Chaitanya told him, you are Hanuman. You are the one who closed the ocean and set the whole Lanka to fire. And I am your master. You are my servant. He asked Murari Gupta, what do you want? And Murari Gupta, what did he ask? Anybody knows? What did he ask for? He said, I want the company of those devotees who consider you to be the Lord and themselves to be the servant. In other words, he asked to become servant of the servant. The greatest. Lord Chaitanya once told, Murari, the Supreme Lord, is staying in a hidden form, Gupta. That's why this devotee is called Murari Gupta. And one day Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, Murari, recite some verses, glorify Lord Ram. And he spoke so beautifully. These verses are there in Chaitanya Bhagavad. And the Lord Chaitanya, he wrote, with his own hands, he wrote on the forehead of Murari Gupta, he said, Ramadas, that you are Ramdas. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, during his childhood, when he was a child, he would perform mischievous activities. And Murari Gupta, somehow or other, he would sometimes associate with Mayavad philosophy. When Lord Chaitanya did not like, he said, Murari, today at lunch, I will teach you a nice lesson. Simrit was thinking, what will he teach? So she was, eating nice prasad, maybe Rajbhog, 12:45, 1 o'clock. And he was nicely honoring. And Nimai came by the door and said, Murari, I have come. But I was thinking, what is next? And Lord Chaitanya was young. He was dressed in his first birthday dress. That means no dress, First birthday, everybody has the same dress. He came right close to Lord Chaitanya, to Murari, and just passed urine. And obviously, nothing goes after that. So Lord Chaitanya said, Murari, just like this nice prasad, if you mix this other thing, it doesn't look nice. Similarly, don't mix jnana with bhakti. Bhakti is anya vilashita shunya. Once Lord Murari Gupta was thinking, I don't want to see the final pastimes of the Lord. You know how Lord Krishna, when he left, there was fight between the Yaduvanshis. And it's very painful. And like devotee like me who is very neophyte, when we leave Vrindavan, we just leave. But I've seen advanced devotees, when they leave Vrindavan, when they leave the temple, how much feelings they have. Especially His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj. Whenever he looks at the deities anywhere, is so much, you can see how much devotion he has, especially for Radha Gopinath or in Vada Radha Madan Mohan or, the same deities. A conditioned soul like me sees, oh yes, he is Lord. I cannot understand, but I understand that I cannot understand. But a pure devotee can speak with the Lord. So, Murari Gupta was thinking that I think I should end my life before Lord Chaitanya leaves. He took a knife, he kept it ready in his locker, whatever he had. And next day morning, Lord Chaitanya knocked. Murari Gupta came out and said, "Oh my Lord, I am your servant. How can I serve you?" Lord Chaitanya said, "Do you really mean it?" "Yes, my Lord." "Get me the knife." "Which knife? Who told you about the knife?" Lord Chaitanya said, "Who told me? I made the knife." Then he took out the knife and said, "Murari, mora matha khaye, tu bhi mora matha khaye. Aap mera dimag kha rahe ho. Why are you behaving like this? Don't you know, I have come to this world just to perform pastimes with devotees like you. And if you commit suicide, then how? You will not please me." And Sanatana Goswami was also thinking once of committing suicide, because Lord Chaitanya would embrace him and all the pus would contaminate Lord Chaitanya's body. But then Lord Chaitanya said, "Sanatana, give up this nonsense. It is from the mode of ignorance. You will not attain Krishna by committing suicide. If you can attain Krishna by committing suicide, you would commit suicide hundreds of times. Krishna is attained by bhajan, by not bhojan, bhajan." Of course, bhojan is also needed. Just by, and then Lord Chaitanya told that beautiful verse. Bhajan means 9 kinds of devotional service, Shravanam, Kirtanam. And then the last verse is most important. Please memorize it. Tara madhe sarva shreshta, nama sankirtan, niraparade nama lay, pai premadhan. That among all the 9 items of devotion, the most important is to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. The sincere chanting of the holy name attracts the attention of the Lord. Once Murari Gupta saw Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, first he offered pranam to Lord Chaitanya, then to Lord Nityananda. And then Chaitanya Prabhu asked him, "Murari, why did you do like this?" He said, "This is how I was inspired." "Okay, I will teach you a lesson." A lot of lessons. In the night he had a dream, and then he saw Lord Krishna, and he saw Balaramji in beautiful blue dress. Krishna is pointing, Lord Chaitanya is pointing towards Balaram. He says, "It's my elder brother." Nityananda Prabhu is my elder brother. The next day, Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda were there, and Lord Murari Gupta offered obeisance to Lord Nityananda. And Lord Chaitanya asked, "Why did you do like this?" He said, "This is how I felt inspired." Lord Chaitanya was so happy. He was taking some pan or some prasad actually, and then he took his remnants and gave it to Murari Gupta. Murari Gupta just took and then put it on his head. "Oh, why did you do like this?" Lord Chaitanya asked. Murari Gupta just happily taking the remnants of the Lord. And one day, Lord Chaitanya, Murari Gupta would do offerings to the Lord. He had deities of Sita, Ram, Lakshman, Hanuman, and the temple and the deities are still there in Navadvip, Mayapur. So one day he took some rice and told his wife to get fresh rice and put some ghee and offered it in the air. He said, "Krishna, please accept." And his wife did not dare to ask, where is your offering? And next day, in his clinic, the first patient was Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And obviously doctor will ask the first question, "What is the disease?" And Lord Chaitanya said, "Indigestion." And the first thing when you tell indigestion, doctor will ask, "What did you eat last night?" If you took some heavy pizza or something like that. So Lord Chaitanya asked, Murari Gupta asked, "What did you eat?" Lord Chaitanya said, "You are the one who gave me the offering. How can I reject? It was your prasad which caused indigestion, so I will take your pot." He took a small pot which Murari Gupta used for everything, and he drank that water to cure him from the indigestion. One more thing about Murari Gupta, it is said, he would never accept charity from friends. Prabhupada said, Grihastha should not accept charity. And he practiced a physician, and he would accept whatever people would give as when he did medical service. In previous ages, doctors would not have consultation fees. In a year, doctors first take consultation fees. So in case the patient, something happens, at least the fees are in the account. But even teachers would not ask for fixed fees, whatever they feel comfortable. But nowadays, if teachers do like this, then probably the students will not give anything. So it is needed. So Lord Murari Gupta, he would not ask anything. He was the ideal grihastha. And the one thing is that chikitsa kare na jara haya sadai deharog bhavarog dui kari nash. When he would give medicine, deharog and bhavarog. Deharog is the bodily, bhavarog is the cycle of birth and death. Both are cured. Murari Gupta would give them material medicines and spiritual advice, like our Bhaktivedanta hospital. You go to Bhaktivedanta hospital in Mira Road, they have a deity of Lord Chaitanya, Chaitanya Vaidya. And that word comes from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Kaviraj Goswami says, I am infected with the boils of envy and I am taking shelter of the supreme physician, Chaitanya Vaidya. The Lord Gauranga is giving the medicine of the holy name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. So Prabhupada writes in the purport, a devotee should take the medicine of the holy name and the diet of Krishna Prasad. And how to take that medicine? Like when you take a medicine, you find it's written to be taken as per the direction of the physician. So what is the direction of the supreme physician? Trinadapi sunichena, tarorapi saishna, amanina manat. And even if you do not have taste, once devotee asked Prabhupada, how do you get taste for the holy name? Prabhupada asked, how do you become a drunkard? Is there anybody who has this experience? Please do not raise your hand. So Prabhupada, he explained that you associate with drunkards and then you become drunkard. Right? Yes or no? That's what Prabhupada said. I also don't have experience. And then another time Prabhupada says, drink, and you become drunkard. So go on chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Once His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj was giving Gaur Katha, and he said, when Lord Chaitanya Nityananda was having the Panihati Shiradai festival, all the associates were chanting Hari Hari in between bites. Like they would say half a little puri and sabji say Hari, 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 Hari. Please say Hari, Hari, Hari. The Maharaj said, it would be very nice if we also do like this, that with every bite we chant Hari, 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 Hari. And Maharaj said, then people will think that you are mad, but that does not matter. Like Prabhupada said, non-devotees think devotees are mad. Devotees think non-devotees are mad. So he wrote one article, Who is Crazy? Anybody remembers that? In 1966, Prabhupada wrote, Who is crazy? Prabhupada said, crazy means those who forget who you are. In the material world, everybody is crazy because you're identifying with the body. You think, I'm Hindu, I'm Muslim, I'm young, I'm old, I'm brahmachari, I'm grihastha. This is all material designation. And then Prabhupada said, devotees are also mad, but they are mad for Krishna. So the purpose of this society is to make everybody mad for chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare. Now I will end this one story that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu once tested Murari Gupta. He said, Lord Chaitanya is saying, Purve ami ihara lobhailo. Murari, whom are you worshipping? Lord Ramchandra. Oh, Parama Madhura Gupta, Gopinath is more sweet. He has more qualities. Swayam Bhagavan, Krishna, Sarvanshi. He is filled with all good qualities. Like, we have, nowadays, what is the latest? 17 Pro and then 17 Pro Max, So Lord Ramchandra is Pro, but Lord Krishna is Pro Max, It's like more qualities. And not only that, he is Sakala Sadgun Vrinda, Vidagda. Vidagda means Vidagda Madhav. Vidagda means intelligent. Chatura means expert. Dhira, sober, Rasika Shekhar. You find more qualities in Krishna, 64 qualities. And not only that, he is Madhur Charitra, Madhura Vilasa. Vilasa means pastimes. And Charitra, he is expert. So please worship Krishna. So Murari Gupta said, yes, my Lord. I am your servant. But he went home and then he started crying. How could he? Like somebody is serving the altar for so many decades. Suddenly he is told that you give up this and put on your altar, put this deity somewhere else, get new deities. His heart was breaking. He could not think. He went, he prayed to Lord Ramchandra. Aaj ratri mora maran haibe. Let me die today. It's better I died today because I cannot give up Lord Ram. Whole night he was crying, and next day he came and he told, Raghunathe paye bechayo matha, kadi tena pare matha pai bada vyatha. I have sold my head at the lotus feet of Lord Ram. I cannot give up. And I cannot disobey you because you are that same Ram. I cannot disobey you. Please tell me, what should I do? Please, I think best is give me permission. I will commit suicide. It's much easier to die rather than to give up the service of Lord Ramchandra or to disobey you. And I became very happy. I said, Sadhu, Sadhu, Gupta, Toma, Sudrida, Bhajana. Your bhajan is very good. Your bhajan is very good because Amara Vancha Tomara Na Laila Man. Then he spoke very nice words. That you, even I requested you did not obey me. I am happy. Then he said, even if the Lord wants separation, a devotee cannot give up shelter. Say Bhakta Dhanya, please repeat. Je na chhade Prabhu ra charan. That devotee is glorious who never gives up the Lord. Say Prabhu Dhanya, je na chhade nija jan. And the Lord is glorious, he will not give up the devotee. And if by misfortune a devotee goes somewhere else, the Lord will pull him by the hair. That's why we should keep a shikha, so Guru can pull you back. And then I just tested you. And the same thing happened to Anupam, the last in this character, devotee of Lord Ram is Anupam, the brother of Rup and Sanatan. He was also a devotee of Lord Ram. And Rup and Sanatan tried to convince him, come to ISKCON and come to Krishna Bhakti, give up Ram. And then he also said, no, I cannot give up. So, at that time, this verse came that glorious is the devotee who does not give up the Lord. Glorious is the Lord who does not give this devotee. Same applies to spiritual master. We remain loyal to Prabhupada and to representative, and they will also be never give up their shelter. The mercy of Gaur Nitai, Krishna Balram, Ram Lakshman is there in the holy name. This contra Lakshman, sometimes Lakshman becomes so angry. He became angry on Bharat. Yesterday Maharaj was speaking. He became angry. He told we should kill Bharat. And then Maharaj explained that Lord Ram told it, take it easy, Actually, one more line, which is mentioned in Ramayana. Lord Ram told Lakshman, if you want to be the king, I will tell Bharat, you become the king. So Lakshman was specified. You find Lakshman becoming so angry in Parshuram case also. Lakshman became very angry when Sugriva was delaying. Here we find that even Sugriva fell into Maya. After Lord killed Vali, Sugriva should have acted immediately. He said, I want 4 months break, rainy season. Rainy season was over and he was still in. And then Lakshman became very angry and he went to chastise. And Sugriva sent Tara. He said, if female monkey goes, then Lakshman will be in control. But Lakshman was so angry. But the same Lakshman, he comes as Nityananda Prabhu and he's beaten on the head and he's embracing those who are offending him. Mar khai prem de. Of course, we glorify Ram, Lakshman, Radha Krishna also. But most we are attached to Gauranga and Nityananda. Take shelter of Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda by chanting Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta. Prabhupada says, by chanting Panchatattva mantra, you become free from all offenses. And not only chanting, you should take shelter. Earlier I used to also chant very fast in 4 minutes, 5 minutes. But now I'm also learning how to chant with feeling. I'm far away from the goal, but I'm working on it. Everybody should work. Even if you are a pure devotee, you should try to become more pure. There is no limit. So when you chant Panchatattva mantra, you should remember the persons. Not like Jai Shri Bhagavad, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita. Remembering the deities and then chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. I beg Srila Prabhupada and Maharaj and all the devotees, Acharyas, please give me this quality of Trinada Pisunij. Please, Gurudev Kripa Bindu Diya Karo E Dasit. Unless we become humble, and that humility is not in our control, it also comes from the Lord. So to chant Hare Krishna, you have to become humble. To become humble, you have to chant Hare Krishna. So how do we start? Once the car is stopped, it will start when it is charged, and it will charge when it will move. So we need a strong person to push you. Some devotee says, just chant. And especially tomorrow's Ekadashi. On Ekadashi we can chant more. Once Loknath Maharaj asked Prabhupada, on Ekadashi you should chant 25 rounds. Is that correct? You said like that? No, I did not speak. What did you say, Prabhupada? I said on Ekadashi, we should not stop chanting. We should go on chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Then Maharaj asked about prasad. So Prabhupada said, if you're feeling great discomfort, then you can drink little water. Then you can add on to juice, and nowadays there is Ekadashi dosa also. But the less you take, my experience is that if your target is 64 or 32, once you finish that target, then only take Ekadashi prasad. You can try it tomorrow, Because once you take prasad, then all the energy goes in digestion and Hare Krishna becomes Mahaprasade Govinde. Yeah. Any comments? Our Hari Gopal Prabhu is my Shiksha Guru in chanting, He chants so nicely. I will not mention because he'll feel embarrassed, but he chants with so much devotion. Would you like to speak something from your realization? Please give some hint. Prabhu, how, suppose I want to chant little extra along with one's services. Prabhuji has Vidyapit service, plus he has service in the preaching in Allah Sopara, then he chants also. Kindly, just few words. Prabhuji, please, on my request. You will get blessing of Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda. Just 2 minutes. Say one or two sentences. Boliye na, please.
Thank you very much for the wonderful class, Bhuji. Taking inspiration from you. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Or you can repeat something which you heard in Govardhan, some devotee. Anybody else would like to add or comment or question? Yes, ma'am.
You told us like we have to beg for
Beg,
mercy. We have to
beg
beg
for
for
mercy, plead for mercy. I advise you listen to the Bangladesh Yatra last 15-20 minutes.
So,
and if you like, I can give the clipping. I don't have it now, but I can.
so we have to beg for mercy. So, what exactly is mercy? Is it tangible or not? What exactly how mercy looks like or feels like? It's
Mercy. I
what's
mean, I wish you
mercy?
could pack it and sell it matchless gift shop, Mercy 100 gram. I would buy 10 kgs, 1 ton and distribute. Mercy means mercy. It's not something which you can see it with the eyes. And begging means begging. How do you beg? Just like suppose you are hungry and you have not taken for 3 days and the kitchen is closed. From the back door you find there are some chapatis are there and the kitchen in charge is not officially allowed. So you just beg. That you see how beggars behave. Sometimes you say, like if you go on the, like this is an example from Radhanath Maharaj. He told once, you find on the Bombay streets, when the car stops, then you find beggars coming out, and they ask and say, then he will come other side. Even the most hard-hearted will give something. And Krishna is not hard-hearted. He just wants you to be little humble and beg. If you cannot beg, then beg that you cannot beg. I often chant like this. I say, my Lord, the mercy is in the holy name, and the holy name, for begging you need a kamandal. Beggars have kamandal, but I am so poor I don't have kamandal also. So you give me the kamandal of Trinadapi Sunichena, and then offer. And when I offer flowers to the deities, also say, these flowers are of no, what is coming out of this? There are 6 kind of smells. Lust, anger. It's like giving a flower with some stool urine. So I feel ashamed. Then I pray to my Guru Maharaj, please purify this and put the scent of Trinadapi Sunichena. And then the Lord Gopinath will accept it. That mood will attract them. And like you, I am also a beggar. I am not successful as yet, but I will go on begging for the rest of eternity. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare. It's almost time maybe. Just one last comment or question anybody has? Jai. Prabhupada ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. With one let us pray that tomorrow also, I am not sure whether Maharaj will give class tomorrow. Let us pray to Lord that Maharaj.
कि भगवत गीता का कुछ भी मैं जब भी यहाँ सुनने के लिए आती हूँ तो हमेशा उसका इंग्लिश में ट्रांसलेशन होता है या एक्सप्लेनेशन होता है, तो हम हिंदी में नहीं सुन सकते उस चीज को?
नहीं, हिंदी में भी होता है,
हाँ।
ट्रांसलेशन तो साथ में होता ही है।
अच्छा, पीछे चलता है, मुझे नहीं सुनाई दिया, मैंने उन्हीं पे कंसंट्रेट किया, और जब भी मैं आती हूँ तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि हिंदी में भी होना चाहिए, तो अच्छे से समझ पाए उसको।
आपके लिए अभी मैं क्लास दूंगा 2 मिनट का,
थैंक यू।
कि आप ये चीज याद रखिए कि मैं भगवान के सबसे छोटी दासी की दासी हूँ।
हाँ।
और त्रिनादपि सुनीचे न बनिए, अपने आप को घास के तिनका छोटा मानिए, पेड़ के समान सहनशील, और ये मंत्र बोलिए, हरे कृष्णा हरे
हरे
कृष्णा
कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे
हरे हरे हरे
धन्यवाद
राम
गुरु।
हरे
राम राम राम
पूरा
हरे।
लेक्चर भूल गए तो कोई बात नहीं, 2 वाक्य याद रखना।
धन्यवाद।
और वैसे शहर में कई जगह पर हिंदी में भी कार्यक्रम होते हैं।
अच्छा।
यहाँ पे आप पूछेंगे तो मेरे ख्याल से नहीं, मेनी प्लेसेस।
आपको कुछ पूछना है? धन्यवाद।
धन्यवाद। हरे कृष्ण। जय श्रील प्रभुपाद।
हरे कृष्णा। प्रभु जी अभी ज्वाइन करेंगे और जप्पा करेंगे फिर तब तक